What is going on, you guys? This is Coach Fire, and if you are thinking about starting a cardio kickboxing class or a kickboxing class or a kickboxing class for fitness, let me show you one of the very first things you're gonna have to learn. The very first thing you're gonna have to learn is how to stand in front of the bag. And to do that, you simply have to place your dominant side on the back side. That means if you're right-handed, you're going to place your right leg and your right shoulder towards the back. And if you're left-handed, you're going to place your left leg and your left shoulder towards the back. That way you have a little bit of a staggered stance with one shoulder on the front, one on the back, and one leg on the front and one on the back. And that looks something like this. And the second thing I like to teach is to bring your hands up. And to do that, from your already established stance, all you have to do is bring your hands towards your cheeks, even a little bit higher, elbows in, and make sure your hands are not pulled towards the back. Instead, pull them towards the front. And it looks something like this. Now, the third thing is to be loose and relaxed. Don't get too tense while you're standing looking at the bag. I know you're kind of getting in fighting mode a little bit, but just relax. So once you get on your dominant stance and you bring your hands up, I want you to get into a little rhythm and march like this. Now facing the back, it'll look something like this. Now here, there's two variations. You have a boxing, more of a boxing stance where you're moving your hips back and forth, or you can have a little bit more of a taller stance, more of a Muay Thai-ish, kickboxing type of stance. Both are fine, just make sure you're relaxed and loose. The next thing I like to teach when it comes to your stance is balance. So when you're standing, you want to make sure you're not putting too much weight on the front or too much weight on the back, right? You want to find a little bit of a balance there. And it looks something like this. So you're facing the bag with your hands up, shoulders back, legs back, rhythm, right? Relaxing, making sure you're not leaning forwards too much like this, or you're standing a little bit too tall like this, right? You want to feel nice and strong with a strong base. Make sure your knees are slightly bent and you're not completely locked up. And the last thing I like to teach is distance. You need to understand where to position yourself in relation to the back. And the way I do that is by having my students to get on their stance that we already practiced. Extend your left hand all the way out and barely touch the bag. That'll give you a standard distance from where to strike the bag. Eventually, as you learn footwork, you can learn how to get a little closer to work body shots, elbows, or how to step back a little bit more to work your long-range weapons like push kicks and round kicks. So that was a little bit of an overview when it comes to the stance. I hope you enjoy, and let me know what you think.